Alright, so I wanted to make this video because I'm officially a year sober from alcohol. That's like a huge deal for me, I guess. So I initially started posting on YouTube for myself. I wanted more people to know that I had stopped drinking. So I would do these updates. Oh, I'm 2 months sober, I'm 4, 6, whatever. And I kind of, over time, have kind of fallen out of feeling driven to post about it, but since I hit this milestone, a year sober, I feel like you guys deserve it. I deserve it to like be proud of myself and tell it like it is. So I guess I can start with why I decided to stop, why I thought I had a problem, why others thought I had a problem. It didn't start overnight for me. For a long time, for years, when I was underage, I would ask a buddy every now and again, hey, can you buy me a pack of beer or a bottle or something? And I guess I had always liked getting drunk, but I just didn't see myself being the kind of person to get drunk like every day. And so slowly I would get a bottle or case of beer every, I don't know, 5 days or so, and every week or whatever, and you know, that would be gone pretty quick. And as I got older, it turned into every 2 or 3 days, and I still was underage, like drinking a ton. And I think some people actually did see it early on, like, oh, Riley, you're drinking quite a bit, and you're not even 21 yet. Like, you're gonna be in for it once you turn 21. Like, I kind of actually got that impression from some people. Not all people. I was pretty good at hiding it, but some of the adults that would buy me alcohol, I could see it in their eye, like, this is not a good idea. And so I ended up like not asking them anymore because I didn't want them to feel bad. But it was an addiction. Like, I didn't want them to feel bad, so I'd ask somebody else that didn't give a fuck, you know? So over time, it just turned into more and more on a daily basis, you know, a couple beers every day after work. And I wasn't getting hammered by any means, but I was trying to not feel. I just wasn't happy with my life. Lots of different things to lead me to drink. But then I turned 21 and started drinking every single day. Heavy, lots of alcohol. I drink, well, towards the end, when I was 22, I was drinking like a bottle a day or an 18 rack a day, easy. I'd run out, be hammered, go drive and get more. It's like the thing to do. It's not the thing to do. It's the drunk thing to do when you're not thinking straight. And I really wasn't for a long time. I made a lot of bad decisions. I bought a motorcycle, a little cruiser motorcycle, and that was my 21st birthday present to myself. Paid for it all myself. I was super like proud of myself. Like, hell yeah, I'm treating myself. I'm doing something other than putting my money into booze. 3 days later, I wrecked it, drunk as fuck. Rolled it, going way too fast around a corner. Somehow I was okay. The bike was fucked up. I couldn't ride it home. It never ran right, and I just sold it a couple months ago just for a loss, just because I wrecked it. I had it for 3 days, and it was a pristine bike, low miles, brand new, and I fucked it up. So that was like a really good wake-up call, because I don't know, I got super lucky, and I think I know how lucky I was. Like, I could have easily been severely injured or dead, and I walked away from it. No scratches, no bruises. I fucking flung my body into the side of the road, just wham, going, barrel rolling, and I walked away fine. A couple months later, I think it was later, I drove my car off a cliff. Fucking just didn't turn. I just went down it. Somehow didn't roll my car. also somehow didn't damage my car. I was fine. I mean, my car was completely stuck on the side of a cliff, so I had to get it towed up. But the car still ran and drove after that. So again, I got incredibly lucky. I also, at the time, knew I was lucky. I was like, wow, again, like, I can't be lucky like this forever. Like, it's gonna catch up to me. I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna kill somebody. You know, like, all the terrible things that drunks do. I was so present in my own head, like, I knew what was coming, but I couldn't stop drinking. And so it's like this terrible feeling of knowing that I'm gonna do something awful, and I couldn't do anything about it because I was so addicted. I eventually, in my relationship, my past relationship, obviously she wasn't happy I drank all the time. Nobody was. I was a mean drunk. I didn't want to admit that I had a problem. I thought it was fine. I thought, what's wrong with just having beers after work? Like, what's wrong with that? But there's a lot wrong with it. You're not present. You know, I'd get too drunk. I couldn't go anywhere with her because I didn't drink and drive with her. So there was a lot of, like, really bad energy going around in my life, and so many people tried to get me to quit, and I wanted to quit, kind of. Like, I knew I needed to, but I couldn't. Like, I tried and tried and tried. Went to therapist after therapist after therapist. I got on medication it makes you really, really sick if you drink. I also got medication for withdrawal, like shaking, just crazy stuff to even think about it. Because it's like, I don't know, it's only a year, but it feels so long to me. Like, I can't even fathom a year ago me being drunk as fuck. Like, it just doesn't sit well with me. And I'm so happy that I'm sober now. Like, once you stop drinking, you realize, like, that's all people do is, oh, let's go out to dinner to drink. It's like, no, we're going to dinner to eat. But a lot of people just go out to get a cocktail somewhere, and then they continue their cocktail, you know? It's just, I'm not doing a good job of describing it, but once you stop and you look around, you realize everyone drinks a ton, especially in America. And I live in the country, so lots of country folk out here, they just pound it. So I'm a year sober now. I'm a year and a couple days sober, and I'm so happy. Like, I'm healthy. I've lost weight. I have the best relationships with friends. I've, like, rekindled a lot of relationships with friends that didn't want to have anything to do with me because I was a drunk. Like, I was so confused a lot of the time why people didn't want to hang out with me, because I didn't think I was different. I thought I was just like same old Riley, even though I was hammered. Like, I was totally different, and my friends knew that, and so they stopped hanging out with me because I was a drunk, and they just didn't really tell me, I think, to, like, not hurt my feelings. But I don't know, I almost wish they would have told me earlier. Because as soon as I asked one friend, I said, hey, like, why don't you hang out with me anymore? And he told me, he's like, because you were a drunk. And, like, I just didn't realize how much it affected other people. So, being a year sober has done nothing but improve my life, improve my family's life, improve my mindset on a lot of things, on work, on relationships, on home life, everything. I have so many ideas on what I want to do in life now. It's like, earlier, like a year ago or a little over a year ago, I was just, all I wanted to do was just get through the day. Like, I'd go to work, oh, I can't wait to get off work so I can get drunk and go to bed. Now I'm like, ooh, what am I going to do today? Like, what's the activity? Where am I going to go? Like, I have this huge, urge to travel now. I'm really interested in buying or building my own bus to live in and travel around the United States. Like, I'm actually kind of serious about it. And I know it's just an idea right now, but I don't know, I'm really drawn to that style of life and living on the open road and meeting tons of new open-minded people, and just doing something not normal. Everyone just thinks that you have to get a 9 to 5, you have to, buy your house to be successful, and I don't necessarily think that's true. I think to be successful, like, it's so in your heart or in your mind or in your soul that you don't have to bring in a lot of money. You don't have to have a 4,000 square foot house. Like, I think the definition of success is internal happiness and peace of mind, and like having things around you that you love, whether it be pets or people or objects or anything, something that makes you happy and that you actually like strive to try to maintain. That is the definition of success. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you make, doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter how you live. If you think you're happy, stick to it. Like, continue knowing that you're happy. And I'm going on a ramble, but it's really sad to see when people don't know what their life could entail. And I didn't for a long time, and now I think I'm starting to finally figure it out. Being a year sober, I've had a lot of time to think about my options, think about what I want to do for a living, if I want to do something for, like, I'm so interested in maybe finding a way to work for myself or do hands-on projects for different people and, not have that traditional job. But enough of that. So, year sober, I want to travel. I guess I haven't had any urges to drink in a long time, and my mindset is so strong on never drinking again that, like, it weirds me out to think that people drink. I don't know. Like, I feel so passionately about never drinking again that it's not even something that crosses my mind anymore. And it's kind of crazy because it's not that long ago, like a year, and I don't even remember what it feels like to be drunk as fuck. Like, that was what I wanted to always be, is always wanted to be drunk as fuck. And then I would get drunk as fuck and I'd be like, yeah, like, oh, super, annoying. And I can't even remember why I wanted to feel that way. It was literally just an addiction. Like, alcohol is so addictive, and a lot of people don't understand that. I couldn't put it down and just stop. I lied to every single person I knew. If I could get a sip, a beer, and somebody wouldn't find out, I would do it. And if somebody was going to find out, I was going to disappoint that person by doing it. It's like, you couldn't have put alcohol in front of me or near me and expected me to not drink it. One time at work, I got tipped with a bottle of whiskey, and it's like, that was in the peak of my alcohol addiction, and I was at fucking work, like, pounding that. Like, that's not fucking good. Jesus, dude. Like, I don't know. Looking back on it, I'm really I don't want to say ashamed, but I'm glad I'm learning all these things about myself and stepping back and reflecting and looking at the choices I have made versus the choices I'm making now. And I think it all matters a lot. And I don't know. I just wanted to kind of update you guys. I guess let me know how you guys are doing. I know there's a couple of you that are invested in keeping in touch with me, and I really value that. Actually, it's a huge supporting factor. It's like, even though I have all these really close people in my life that are like visually in my life, it's really cool to have people that I've never met that are like, being so open and honest and compassionate and you know, I got one of you guys, you know who you are, sent me a year token for being sober for a year. And it's like one of my favorite fucking things. I carry it everywhere with me. It's on my little keychain. But it just made me so happy. It's like, oh my God, other people actually care about me and want me to succeed, and I want every single one of you to succeed and to be healthy and sober. Because there's no better life than being true to yourself, being true to other people, and just sticking with it. Like, if you want something, don't just say it and then do it. Like, I'm telling you guys I want to build a bus and run away because I'm going to do it. And I'm going to start a YouTube channel, a different one, about renovating or purchasing a bus, about getting everything dialed in, about traveling on the open road, about the troubles I'm going to come across, because I guarantee you there's going to be lots of that. Oh my God, I can't even fathom the amount of like unexpected shit that's going to come up. Like, this is what I'm trying to prepare for, is like that unexpected shit. But there's only so much you can do. There's only so much I'm like able to think of right now. So it's just a matter of doing it and doing it. If that makes sense. Like, I think when I started this channel, I started it to have people know that I was sober, so people could, you know, check up on me, say, oh, are you still sober? Like, have questions for me, or like, oh, how did you get sober? Or how long did it take you to not crave alcohol anymore? Like, I started this channel for people to have a better understanding of it for a young alcoholic. Because I'm only 23, been sober 1 year. So really, it didn't take long for me to, boom, love alcohol. Like, I started drinking when I was like 13 or 14, but not heavy until I was like 18. And so I'm telling you guys all this because it's going to come true. I'm going to buy a bus or an RV or whatever vehicle it is. I'm going to remodel it and take off. So for all of you guys around the country, around the world, if there are people listening around the world, feel free, let me know. If you guys know of any like seasonal jobs anywhere where, you know, I could drive my bus up somewhere and work on a farm for a couple months, save up some money so I can drive off somewhere else, like, let me know. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what your situation is. Tell me if you have any questions for me. I really actually do love helping people. Feel free to reach out over Facebook or Instagram. I'm pretty sure you guys can find me pretty easy, Riley Wellington. So, like, don't hesitate to ask questions, guys. It's really cool when I get to help people, and when I know I'm helping people, I feel good about myself. So please reach out. Please tell me how you're doing. Even if you're an hour sober, or even if you're drinking right now and you're like knowing like I need to stop. Like, I used to watch these videos when I was drinking, like what it's like to be a year sober. And I watched that because internally I knew that I needed to be sober. So even if you're still drinking and you're watching this and like you know that sooner or later you're gonna need to be sober, reach out to me, ask me some questions. I'm happy to answer. I think that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy. This is a bit of a longer video than I anticipated, but there's a lot on my mind. It's been a while since I uploaded about alcohol recovery, so hopefully you guys like it. Drop a like, comment, subscribe if you can, and hopefully I'll give you guys an update on a new YouTube channel about living in a bus and renovating it and running away from home. So stay tuned, and as always, thanks again. Here's to another 24.